What if I told you that some people working to create real change in Cabarrus also have homework in the evenings? For one group of Cox Mill students, what started as a Skills USA project quickly became an award winning movement. They saw a gap in teen mental health support and decided to build a bridge. They staged fundraisers, they crafted social media campaigns, they provided community outreach and peer support. Today, we're talking to the students about it all. And through that conversation, we'll learn what happens when young people realize their voices actually do matter. So the both of you are a part of Skills USA. So tell me a little bit about that program and what made you guys get started in it.
Skills USA is very leadership oriented. That's honestly the original reason I joined that club, because I wanted to grow my leadership skills. And also, to be honest, Skills USA really focuses on a lot of different types of career paths, and I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do when I entered high school. So I kind of used Skills USA as a pathway for me to explore what I wanted to do in the future.
Nice. What have you come across? Anything that stuck out?
Honestly, I've come across like medicine in general, and also maybe I would want to work with mental health in the future.
Nice.
I think like Skills USA really directed me towards like my interests, and right now like my top pursuits are like probably medicine or like finance.
I love it. So I know one of the components of Skills USA is that you all have to do a community service project of some sort. And so you guys decided to focus on teen mental health. So tell me what went into choosing that as your project.
Yeah, so when I was looking for a topic for this project, when me and him were, I decided to read the State of the County Health Report because I wanted to find an issue that was really, really impactful on our community. And I came across teen mental health as something that, of course, the county has been working on for a long time, and I wanted to not only like fix this issue in our community, but also highlight how much we appreciate all of your efforts so far.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to do teen mental health because I noticed that like a lot more kids, in especially in my community where like everyone around me, a lot of people are suffering from like mental health things, especially in high school with like more like grades getting serious and like overall life itself. I just noticed a lot more people are having more anxiety and like kind of just like distancing themselves from other people, and I thought this was one of the most biggest problems in our community.
Yeah. So you guys have been able to accomplish quite a bit since you've taken on this project, and honestly in such a short period of time. So can you talk to us about some of the things you guys have been able to accomplish in like a little over a month?
So one of our first projects where we actually partnered up with our local middle school, Harrison Middle School, biggest club, Beta Club. We talked to over 100 middle schoolers about like mental health, some common signs, and like what can you do to prevent it or kind of recognize it in a friend. And we also had a small card making activity where like all the kids, they did like small motivational cards, which we later donated to two separate nonprofits, the Dillward Center and Teen Health Connection. And later on in that week, we also talked to our Skills USA chapter here, which had over 60 high schoolers come, and we also had a similar card making activity which we also donated to two places. And that following week we also did door to door, where we went door to door in around like 5 communities. We raised over $250 to $300, and we donated that to Dillward Center.
Yeah,
Yes.
So I am a volleyball player. So I heard that you guys also put on a volleyball game. Is that true?
Yes.
You want to tell me about it?
Yeah. So we had a bunch of high schoolers come. We held a little volleyball tournament. We kept our entrance fee a little bit low, like $5. The main purpose of that was to bring publicity to teen mental health and our project. We weren't really looking to make a profit off of that. But a lot of people really appreciated what we've done with teen mental health so far, and we ended up getting about $30 in additional donations, which we were also able to donate to Dillward Center. But it proved to be very effective. We also had a motivational messages board there where everybody signed that board, wrote something encouraging, and we placed that in our school, in our cafeteria, and had a bunch of people pass by, look at it, and really appreciate it.
Yeah, so with all the things you guys have done, has there been a moment where you sat back and was like, oh my God, like we're truly making an impact with the work that we're doing?
Yeah, we've actually, I think after our volleyball tournament especially, we all were like, wow, this is actually becoming much more serious, especially after the county interview, when we like had that little Zoom call. Right after we ended the call, we were shocked. We were like, we really did this much in such a small amount of time, and we were like really shocked by our progress.
Yeah, and another thing is after our state competition, we really understood the impact we had on people when we were able to place and qualify for nationals as well.
Yeah, I wasn't going to bring this up yet, but since you just talked about it, you guys placed first, right?
Yes.
Can you tell us about that experience and how that was for you?
Yeah, it was really amazing, actually. A lot of us, we really didn't expect to be placing first. We took on this project as something that we wanted to do, not only for a competition, but to actually impact our community. So placing first, of course, it was an amazing benefit for us, but it wasn't what we were looking for, and it was really shocking and interesting to see.
So what surprised you most about how the community responded? Because you had folks coming to the volleyball game. You're knocking door to door. People are signing up and giving money to your cause. So what surprised you the most about how the community rallied behind you?
First off, I can't believe the amount of support we got throughout our multiple projects. We got tons of support from not only our peers, but we also got it from our old teachers in Harrison Middle School. We also got it from, obviously, Miss Hester. She gave us a lot of support throughout our entire project. She was one of our key benefits. She really got us in touch with the things we can do. And mostly our friends in our community itself. I didn't expect that many people to show up to our volleyball tournament at all. It was surprising. Yeah, and then I just kind of really appreciate the amount of support we got throughout this project.
Yeah. And I think another big thing is how willing everybody was to learn and listen about this issue.
Yeah. One of the things I know when you're taking on such a big thing is that it doesn't come without its challenges. So was there a moment during this where you felt like, oh my God, this is getting really hard?
Yeah, honestly, of course, we're struggling with school and stuff as well. Final season is coming up. So a lot of our biggest issues has been with logistics, planning everything out. But I think one of the best things that we've been able to do is carry each other as a team in order to find out what our gaps are, fill them in, and be there for everybody.
Yeah, so speaking of team, you couldn't have done this without each other. How did you guys work as a team to get everything done?
Each of us had our individual roles through our project. I kind of just helped organize all the events and get into contact with all the people we want to collaborate with. Mahira kind of just focused on our project a little bit more and kind of had to document everything. She documented most of our info, and our third partner Chetan, he handled the entire social media growth and all of our presentations, which we used throughout the middle school, the high school, and the main presentation we used at Skilled USA that got us the first place in the States.
So was there a moment during your school experience where you're like, this, I know you read the report and you saw that there was an issue there and obviously an area where you could provide support, but have you had any personal experience, maybe amongst your peers, where you're like, you know what, us focusing on this is a need and we should do more to make people more aware that this is a challenge?
Absolutely. Actually, in my middle school, my best friend at the time was really struggling with her mental health, and so was I. And one of the biggest issues I noticed in our community was how slightly uninformed other peers could be about the issue and how that really affected us when we were struggling.
Yeah.
So I feel like one of the biggest things I wanted to do since that experience was make sure that everybody could know about what this issue was and how to treat other people appropriately based off of that.
So you guys learned about the signs, you learned about the gaps. What have you learned about yourself during this process?
I think one of the biggest things that I've been able to learn about myself was that I really needed to take a step back and embrace the topic for what it is and not necessarily focus on the negative impacts mental health can have on our community and can even have on myself, but focus on the ways that we can use positivity to make an impact in our community and change that.
Yeah, I love it.
I personally learned that sometimes I kind of just got to stop thinking about the future and kind of just live in the moment, especially with the volleyball tournament. I was always just thinking about the future and our Skilled USA competition coming up. I never really enjoyed the present moment, especially. I never really enjoyed the Harris Road moment because I was always worrying about something. But the volleyball tournament, especially with those many people coming, I kind of just felt in the moment. I really had fun there, especially.
Hey, my name is Chetan. I'm a freshman at Coxmill High School and a member at Teen Minds Matter. First of all, I want to talk about how much support we get on this account. Thank you. We were able to reach 9,000 people with your support.
So we have another Skills USA member joining us, and I've got to learn so much about some of the things that you guys have done to raise awareness around teen mental health. And one of the things was social media. With mental health, social media can actually be a negative thing, some people could say, but you guys decided to use it for good. So why was it important for you guys to have a social media presence?
So usually most teens are on social media, and Instagram was a popular platform. So we decided to use Instagram to make posts, encourage teens to encourage other teens, and encourage teens to show them what we are doing as Teen Minds Matter.
And we actually hit over 50,000 accounts actually recently.
Wow.
Our account reached over 50,000, and we kind of just average a pretty good amount of views through our posts. We document everything on there. So, yeah, definitely.
We have a lot of people supporting us.
I love it. So do you guys talk about it at school? Are you encouraging the other students to follow you on social?
I mean, everyone almost knows,
Yeah.
especially in 9th grade. I think all of our friends know definitely about what we're doing and stuff.
Well, speaking of your friends, I know one of the things you all hope to do in the future is some peer-to-peer counseling. So can you talk to me about that and what went behind wanting to do that?
So we were able to embed like this AI, Safe Chat AI. And we also found ways. We have this survey, they take it, they have a couple of questions, and we were able to direct them to like us or a teacher or even a local health center.
Yeah. And so what are the questions that it's prompting people to answer?
They ask you like, do you have how long have you had stress? Do you have problems with school, home, parents, anything like that?
I love it. So what's next for the project?
What's next? It's first nationals coming up, definitely.
Yeah.
We're actually playing another volleyball tournament, actually, but this time we'll focus more on fundraising because we know people are going to show up now, especially from the amount of support we got last time.
Yeah.
So this time we kind of want to direct our focus more onto fundraising. We're going to sell popsicles, sodas, especially since summer's coming up. It's getting really hot. So we're going to just host another volleyball tournament. Hopefully more people are going to show up.
Now, can I play? Is it just for the students? Like who's on the court?
Rising freshmen, rising sophomores, rising juniors.
That's fair. Okay. I'll let y'all get away with it this time. If you could create one big change for teen mental health right now, what would it be?
The awareness that we have. So currently, I had this friend who just moved. No one was able to notice that he had no friends. He was sitting by himself. So one day, last semester, we invited him over at lunch table, and now we're really good friends with him.
Oh, I love that. What about you?
We actually noticed that in middle school we had these advisory lessons that teach you about teen mental health and some other issues, but the problem is we've been learning the same stuff since elementary school. It's the same exact videos over and over again. One of our goals is actually to edit those videos and keep a little bit more new information and teach more people about teen mental health.
Yeah. So one thing that I'd like to end on is what are you most proud about? The things that you've done and reflecting over the last month and a half. What are you most proud of?
For me, it's definitely the volleyball tournament.
Yeah.
Because I'm really into volleyball, and it was just really fun hosting it and seeing the amount of people that show up.
Yeah.
We were having a really good time seeing people play and playing music. It was just overall really fun. And my second top is probably my experience with winning first at state, especially going up on stage. As I said earlier, competing is one of my most favorite things to do. So it was a great experience.
Yeah. What about you?
Achievement wise, the first place was really good, but it's also the community that we built. We had 50,000 views on our posts. The volleyball tournament showing how everyone showed up for us, and we also got donations after, and how we're gonna have another volleyball tournament to build a stronger community.
If you can give a teen watching, listening, one piece of advice that could empower them or encourage them around their mental health, what would it be?
It's to never give up. You should never ever give up, and always keep your head up in any scenario you face. And always reach out to your friends, family, or anybody you're close with to find help, and just keep going.
I think we should talk about your problems. We should create a strong community, open community, and never give up. We had to understand that those words aren't just never give up, but even more open, more stronger, and emphasize it.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.